Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to teach you 3 really cool and really useful sleight of hand moves with cards. The first one is a really cool switch that you can use as a control to the top or the bottom, and you can use it as a reverse. The second one is a force that you can also use as a control to really any position that you want. And the third one is a really cool sort of flashy, flourishy card control to the top. Alright, so this is moves. Let's get into it. Alright, so this is based on J.K. Hartman's push under switch found in Card Dodgery, and this is what it looks like. So you have a card touched, and you raise this hand to show the card on the face of this packet, and it's going to look like you take that card off onto this packet like this, but really what happens is this card just stays there on the face, and you come down, pretend to take it like this, and then this thumb just does that with that X card, leaving that card there. So it's just this motion of the thumb popping that card off. It's sort of like Ed Marlowe's, retention to vision switch, that thumb pop over thing. So again, you spread the deck, have a card touched, show them the card, pretend to take it. When you come down, really just take that card off, so it's like this. And then you're here, so what you do is you push this card, you come over with your hand like this into the spread, put it anywhere, 4 or 5 cards up, and start to push it in. And then when you're over here, starting to tap it, that's when you actually steal this card on top of this packet here. So this is exposed view. You're here, tapping that in. And what you do is you just grab that card, the selection, with your thumb, like this, as you tap the packet. So you're like this, that steal's hidden as you do the tap. So that card's on top now, and that card is an X card. Push it in and you have your control. Add speed one more time. I'll use this card here, the queen. All right, the steal, push it in somewhere, and then the steal and the tap, and then it's on top. So the bottom control was really a self-explanatory because it's already on the bottom, but I'll do it anyway. All right, so you're here, you have the card selected, everything is the same until you're here, you do that switch, and then you just put it on top of here, do the tap, and put those on top, and now the card's on the bottom. So for the reverse, what you do, go through, have the card selected. All right, show them the card, 5 of hearts, do the switch, and then when you're here, doing the tap, instead of putting the card face down with the steal, you're just going to allow your fingers to grab that card like this, and then as you tap, you just take that card like this, and then do the tap. So once again, you're here, this is completely hidden, and then you do the tap like this, and it's reversed now, so you can just put these back on top like this, and the reverse is made. So the reverse at speed, we have a card selected, we'll use these 7 of clubs, that can go in about right there, and that's about, I don't know, halfway down, but we'll do this, just a quick snap, and the card is reversed. And snapping does all the magic. Alright, so essentially this is the Touch Force by Gary Owlett from Close Up Illusions. Now, I'll show you the force, and then I'll show you a few different variations of it. So the force card starts out on the bottom of the deck, and what you want to do is get a break below it, somewhere near the center of the deck. All right, so and what you do is it's kind of like the classic force, so you have them touch any card that they want, preferably above the break, and you out jog it, and what you do is you grab it like this, and you grab everything above the break. Well, this is exposed view like this. You start to push it in, and then you come up, picking up everything above the break like this. And this is the condition. You see all those cards below that actual selection. And what you do is you come up, push that card in, and then that's the force. So John Bannon uses this as a switch for one of his think of a card routines. And this got me thinking about a card control with it. So what you do is you spread through the deck and you have someone just name a card, and once they do, you outjog it, in this case the 10 of hearts. And what you do is you keep a break under the card below us, in this case the 9 of hearts. When you outjog it, you keep that break. Now what you do is the same as the force, you pick up everything above the break, come forward, turn this hand over, turn this hand over, and you want to keep this sort of outjogged so it's, you know, in the same field of view as the outjog card was, right? So you slip that off, turn that over, and the card is on top. So like I said, you can control it pretty much anywhere you want. Let's see when we want to control it third from top. All right, so again, have somebody name a card, 9 of clubs. I just spread through 3 cards and keep a break under those 3. So as you close up, keep a break under that 8 of clubs there, right? Do the same thing, do that switch, and now it's third from top. So this is a really old and kind of novel technique. I first read it in the Phoenix magazine, and it's by Audley Walsh, and it's called Offhand. And the principle is using a bridge crimp. So what that is having a deck that's straight, but one half is crimped like this. So you have this bridge that you can see right there. You can just cut to it with like a Charlier cut or whatever you want to. And that was just the method. That's all he said in that magazine. So what I've done to it is made it really flourishy and kind of a nice, beautiful looking flourish control. So what you do is you want to hide that initial bending of the cards, because why would you just bend half the deck, right? So what I do is I pretend like I'm doing a whole waterfall with the whole deck, but I'm just doing it with half. So what you do is you have a card selected. In this case, we'll just use the 2 of diamonds, and you keep a break above it, right? So what you do is you turn to the side and you pick up half the deck above the break, and you do that waterfall flourish, making it look like it's the whole deck, right? So we have that crimp now, so we can cut to it, and then that's the control. So again, a little bit more in depth, the way you do is you have a break above your card like this, right? Pretend to do the cascaded flourish with the whole deck, really just half. So you have your nice, crimp in there. Cut to it with a Charlier cut like this. Now what you do here is this exposed view. You cut about half of these off like this, right? And let them sort of revolve around your hand like this. At the same time you're doing that, just do a Charlier cut halfway and just flip these in the middle like this. Let those fall, and that's your flourishy cut control. And I dropped cards. Alright, so as always, I hope you learned something new from this video, and thanks for watching. And also, welcome to all my new subscribers. I'm glad you're here. And until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.